Mm. Okay.
I got that, and I know you want that. Yeah, I said I got that, hey, and I know you want that. Yeah, I said I got that. Word that, word that, word that, word that, word that, word that, word. I know you like that. Word that, word that, word that, word that, word. Hey, yeah. She like, let's get to work. Bitch, I've been working and you about to work for me. Now get twerking. Shake that money, make it, then reverse it. Bring it back, show me that you're really worth it. I work hard, but I'm hardly working. I work smart, getting paid while I work it. Imperfect, but I'm still perfect. I'm old school, write my curses out in cursive. I get though. Hey. Bitches call me Simon cause I said so. And these niggas choking, they got strep though. I get low. Then kill him with the birdie, that's my death stroke. Fuck with me, you could get your wig popped. Headshot, headshot, like a battle rap. Hit you with my battle axe, says you him, you not that. Bitch, you know I got that. Work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work. I know you like that. Work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work. I got that. Work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work. I know you like that. Work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work.
Nala Brown, Gemini. Magicians always plotting on a deal, putting in that work like this cotton in the field. Another beat, another meal, brother speak that how you feel. Word to mama, but working on the trauma so we heal. Keep it real, milk on the black milk. Raised by the pimps, used to let they head tilt. Thread straight silk, working on caprices. They trapping on the block while I'm working on my thesis. Nala Brown, king of the Tissound, Brizag. Sigmas, I'm stepping and rapping for the Sisag. Nigga, where you been at? Out searching for lust, Buffalo came up, Griselda working on trust. I see the moves, it took a cue to get my biz tight. Things improve, I'm up working every midnight. True MC, third base like search. Word in my face on a book, I got work.
That, work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work. I know you like that. Work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work. Yeah, I got that. Work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work. You know you like that. Work that, work that, work that, work that, work that, work. Ayy.
Oh. What it do, what it is. Can you hear me properly? This is the Peace Dealer, and we back. Thank you for your patience. We are going to do this Gemini season tarot report. Let us see what tarotmancy we have. All right. I think it's been a minute since we did any cartomancy, really. Word. Shout out to my procrastinators who get the job done, whether it's at the last minute or a little after. Oof. Thankfully, I never have to. All right. We're going to do the pick a card reading on Friday. The Cosmic Energy Tune-Up Saturday. And then the full moon on the 12th. All right. Okay. We're wading through the magical airs of Gemini, bunch of shifting perspectives, but thankfully through Taurus season, you anchored your foundation on your unique, unconventional values. If you were pressured to adopt values from other people just to make them feel more comfortable, you're screwed. We're in the moon in Libra now, so these are the most powerful winds. The moon in Virgo shifted the facts at play to like adjust your focus, and now we're moving down there. So for those of you who through this activation held strong to your unique value, they're supposed to be weird. They're supposed to make people cringe. I'm talking about your unique unconventional values, the things you value, not the things you value for yourself, for other people, that you kind of put on a mask for other people, but the things you value truly, right? That you put on for real for other people, or you won't really shake, because the past week really just kind of blew the chaff away. Like, people who kind of were afraid to stand on it because they were hit with pressure. You stood on it right now because you were hit with crazy pressure all week last week, almost being grilled that you are adopting new mindsets that may go against what people are comfortable thinking and believing, almost as if your thoughts are being scanned. And it's like you're being pressured to shift. I think a good example of this is, since I'm referencing Taurus, Pusha T. I just thought of this right now. I didn't really. Oh, my audio is cracking. Let's see how that sounds. Interesting. That's probably because of the interface. That's the speaker. Is my audio cracking for all of y'all too? I don't want to do this. But yeah, I would say in referencing that, right? He was pressured to shift because of, I would say, a negotiation, and then he went through, all right, let's fix the sound. Is it cracking now? I just switched a setting real quick. And if it is, I'm gonna switch to the webcam real quick. Thanks for the heads up for Twin Hearts. Thank you. It's good. All right, now it's good. Okay, yeah, it's because I was running off my interface. So perfect. All right, we got. All right, cool. So yeah, Pusha T was pressured, the clips to take off or edit a record, and as you've heard, he was like, "How much to get out, please?" And he got dropped. I'm sure he's already been picked up by someone else, or he's moving forward with someone else. But that I think is a flawless negotiation. Who did what? By the way, who was he? Good question. So Pusha T is a recording hip hop artist. He was, I think, signed or had a deal with UMG under Def Jam. Okay. He was about to put an album out. It had Gemini on it, Kendrick Lamar. The label approached him and said, hey, we want you to change a certain part of his lyrics. Maybe it's because they're on an ongoing lawsuit with Scorpio, and Scorpio has Scorpio label. Yep, Sagittarius signed them. Yep, Rock Nation was like, got him. All right, but like basically, I'm not gonna speculate. The facts of the matter are, instead of shifting it, Taurus, Pusha T just bought. Taurus is natural royalty. Taurus just bought out of his deal. It's like if you had rent and you have to pay the rest of the contract. If you had a phone service, you want to cancel the phone service early, you have to pay the difference. Something like that in a way. And boom, he got picked up immediately. And this is the most important part. Less than 24 hours later. And this is why it's so important. He stood on his value. Like he didn't have to change a significant portion of the value. What have I been saying? 100%. And this is all business. So it's not like there's any embedded beef between them. Maybe there is. But it's really just business, right? They wanted him to go 99%. They weren't wanting him to change his whole album. Just like that 0.1%, right? And he literally kept it 100%. This all happened like the other day. All right, he kept it 100. Paid the cost to be the boss. He had to pay the cost. He had to pay like seven figures. I say to Bio, that was 7 figures. And in less than 24 hours, boom, 100% maintained. Okay, this is what I'm saying. Some people folded, and I'm not necessarily trying to. And when I say folding or not folding, there could be a myriad of people who disagree with each other, right? So it's not talking about what action was taken. It doesn't matter who agrees with who. If you didn't fold, you passed. You could be someone who has different value systems than me, believes in opposite stuff I believe. If I didn't fold and if you didn't fold, we passed. Boom. Just making sure that's clear. You know you folded because you, since last week, came up with these ideas, and then you were hit with some pressure by family, by the collective, by social, you folded. And it's okay. It's not too late. It's not too late. And no one's telling it's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm not saying it's bad that you may have folded on certain ideas, but this is the integration where through that pressure, you break through the ground. You know you passed because you were grilled, you didn't fold, and people are angry you didn't fold, but you get your own way. That's it. It's this like passive aggressive grudgement, like, how dare you not conform to our opinions or views? Opinions, because this is a mutable sign transit of thoughts, opinions, tutoring, right? Thinking, tutoring, and putting yourself in a position to greatly capitalize from how powerfully and how far you're getting ready to go moving forward. Because now the stage is set. The winds are blowing. We're going to come into the full moon, harvest everything, and then we're going to step into the new liquidity, baby. Jupiter, Cancer. These are going to be the forward moving current of this new next era that we're stepping into. Neptune in Aries is still reimagining yourself. It's transcending layers of your being that have been dormant your whole life, and replacing layers of you that have been shed. Kind of similar to how you were 3 years old, but now that you're in your 20s, 30s, the person you were as you were 3 has shed in order to become who you're becoming, just in a much more transpersonal level. not personal, but like beyond yourself, but still yourself. That shit is confusing as fuck. All right. So yeah, Gemini is still having us communicate this. The moon is in Libra. It's going to now really integrate full expression and creativity. How do we express this socially with others? We're going to deepen that in Scorpio, and then poof. So for those of you doing your magic word ceremony, let's see. This is another play. If you pass, you're still saying the magic word, and you're seeing synchronicities of alignment. You're still saying your magic word. I'm still saying it. For those, and now if you're not saying it, you only had to say it once. You only had to say it once. So if you didn't keep with it and you didn't keep saying it over and over, you only had to say it once. So you good. But for those of you who've been saying it with or without purpose, get ready for some of the greatest breakthrough. Once that hits through Libra, Scorpio, and into Sag, you're going to begin to see what you've really built. Okay, so keep saying the word. You only got to say it once, but you can keep saying it now. Libra is going to really integrate how cool. And even if you forgot, you still said it. So it's still generating some consciousness. As long as you're not thinking, for those of you who haven't been saying the magic word, you know what the magic word means for you. So if your magic word was sexy, and you know every time you say sexy, you're going to step into your sexiest body. If you just said sexy once, as long as the thoughts and the way you're thinking doesn't go against your intention to make yourself the sexiest. So if you said sexy, but now you're thinking things where it's like, no, I'm not that sexy, and you're taking action and thinking in a way that's not your sexiest self, you need to keep saying the word. That's why you need to keep saying the word sexy, 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 like that's it. That's literally all. It's so easy. It's so fun. The more fun you have with it, the better. But if you only said it once, but you're thinking in a way that reflects it, magic word, it's the same. It's almost better than just saying it over and over. So you're Gucci. Okay. Yep. A lot of people don't know. Back in the day, I ghost wrote for Pharrell, and we agreed that, you know what I'm saying, we wouldn't tell anybody. But I actually walked up to him and I was like, yo, you should make a song that's like, sexy, sexy. And he's like, yo, I don't know who you are. I was like a little kid at the time too. And boom, I heard it on the radio and I was like, oh shit, he used my idea. I told him that if anyone ever asks if it's true, that he should just say I'm lying, and that he don't even know me. And that's just him protecting me. You know what I'm saying? Just so I don't get any attention. They cool as fuck. But like, yeah, a lot of people don't know that. I'm kind of behind some of your greatest hits, man. Yo, see, Ruby was there. So she knows it's true. It's true. Then I got some Chipotle, even though Chipotle didn't even exist when the song came out. But I was one of the people who got samples of Chipotle before it was even an idea. It wasn't even really like a store, but I was technically one of the first people to eat Chipotle before it was even a thing. You know what I'm saying? It was interesting. It was very interesting. So like, yes, we're going to do the first reading. Okay. The first reading. All right. Now all I want to do is he wrote that part. That wasn't me. He wrote that part. But like, you know, all right, hold on. So this first reading, thank you for listening to me ramble for 20 minutes. Okay. Y'all are the goats. Y'all are legends. Absolute legends. Let me not steal his Carl Jobst. Yeah, you absolute legends. Guys, I need a slogan. I realize all the best YouTubers have the dopest intros and outros. I came up with one really quick. It was like, I could just start the video like, peace. Oh my God, that's Infinite Waters. I forgot. Damn it. I can just be like, dealers. Or I can just imagine if I started every video like, What's up, my dealers? I could do like an open hype intro to get you energy. I'm not going to do that. I'm too stubborn to do that. But like, you know, I'm just coming up with the intro. What's up, my dealers? That's a cop out. I could be more creative than that. So just, you know, just know the intro coming. It's your favorite peace dealer pushing that P. Yes, we can just rip off a gunner. Fellow Gemini, I'm with that. I am with that. So I will definitely use that. I'm so mad I just remembered Ralph had that one. I really thought I was going somewhere with that. Damn it. All right, let's do this first reading. So this first reading is, what is this update of your spiritual intelligence, your magic mind? Okay, what are we looking forward to accomplishing with this all? And yeah, let's do it. Not dealers, of course. Yes, see, we're gonna brainstorm that. Continue being cringe. Oh, please, that's all natural. Look, we have the 4 of Wands. This is already good. The 4 of Wands is celebration. Celebrate good times. Come on. This time's celebration. Did we become trash? How do y'all have the hits? I can't even believe that was a song. Did we fall off, bro? How come we don't have hits like this anymore? We just have to bring back the ultra corny pop. That really was the best music. Oh my God. Y'all really, I'm so jealous. All right. The 4 of Wands, y'all. And happy birthday, Renee, fellow angel. Why this is important, guys. One, this is a very serendipitous card. This is a very even though you know there's something good with this, it's still going to be a surprise. This usually comes in when you're moving in with somebody, when you're having a party, some kind of celebration. This is strengthening your connection with your community, and this is your home being a sanctuary. You know why else this is very, very interesting? This tarot card specifically represents, you guessed it, for those of you who read the tarot, Venus in Aries. Oh, hold on. Venus in Aries. Venus at 28 degrees Aries. I think it's interesting how hold on. Venus in Aries. I think it's interesting, of course, how this is the underlying theme here. So this is now, with Venus in Aries, a new cycle. This is something that is currently activating. As far as, and that's so interesting, this Gemini season. I think it's centering and focusing on where you feel not just at home, but who you feel you can celebrate. This presupposes there's some celebration and good news to enjoy, but it really just speaks of the festivity around you. So if some of you are not seeing that, this season is going to really open this up. Or you're going to see that through this season as you open this up. You know what I'm saying? As it opens up around you. Okay. Why would you ask me this, Marigold? The only way out is to answer Jigsaw's questions as truthfully as possible. Which Gemini makes it out and which dies? Well, I'm going to say all of us are going to make it out, because Geminis only tell the truth when life and death is involved. If it's like a petty, like small truth, like we'll tell a little white lie. But I mean, Gemini and Pisces and Aquarius, we would all ace the jigsaw puzzles. One of the Gemini, in fact, we would find out Trump or Johnny Depp was actually Jigsaw the whole time, and one of the Geminis was just a body double. one of the Geminis is Jigsaw. I'm just telling you that right now. And nobody really seen it until the end. And then Kanye somehow going to just magically escape mid-movie. And, me and Johnny Depp are just going to get every question right and just be going back and forth like, they thought this shit was a hard question? Hold on. You didn't even think this through. They going to be mad at us by the time it's over. Like, fuck, we should have got Virgos. Or that would have been worse. Yes. God damn it. It's fucking know-it-alls. Like, it would be pretty funny. That was a beautiful question. So, yes, I'm telling you, one of the Geminis would secretly be Jigsaw, and we wouldn't know till the very end, like, who was that then? That was my body double. You didn't even know. I'm like, what? What are we doing? All right. But, yeah, you feel me? This looks fun. This is like this chat right now. It's a very open space. I'm not even going to say a safe space. It's lit. Like, this is, I think, for those of you who aren't feeling this, go out. Because this is individual too. It doesn't have to be social, but like do something that's fun for you. You know what I mean? You're building this foundation here. I get a really auspicious feel with this. And it's active. It's getting ready to go into Taurus. So what's the main lesson here? We got the Hangman. This makes sense because we are getting ready to start a brand new cycle with Cancer. So like Gemini being that checkpoint between Pisces and Virgo, the nodes right now, as you can see, the sun is in between the nodes. This is, of course, as we can see, requiring surrender, because this is presupposing that your spirituality is currently transforming. So as a main core lesson, especially for those of you being grilled for not backing down on ideas that are true, this is some very lethal shit. Like, some people are really making you out to be, let me rephrase that. Some people are inferring that you're a fucking idiot because you're telling the truth. It's like the way certain people react to ideas you share or things, and there's a revolutionary, innovative nature to these ideas. You're not saying what everyone else is just thinking. There's a way you're presenting information. There's certain things you're saying that go against pre-established cultural norm, that go against traditional thinking and understanding, may not have the foundation or polish as certain already established ideas backed by years of, research institutions. So there's a rawness, there's a unfiltered, unpolished nature to what you're saying that may not necessarily pass peer-reviewed research, but it's the fucking truth. If it comes time for you to prove it, you can do it at any time. It's true. You express that. You literally embody that. So some of you have been getting stupid grilled because you're not conforming to a lie. Now, the people who are doing this may not accept or know that what they're believing in is an entire lie, or at least something that goes against the truth you have established, not are establishing. You've been established it. Some of you have lived it your whole life. So this is you. One, the truth does not need to prove itself. So a lot of you, this is just surrendering to what you know is true. For those of you who have spent so much time trying to defend your position, explain yourself, especially with Saturn and Aries, it's like you're showing up fully as yourself. Like the Saturnian gangster that is all 10 toes down for who they know and say they are. Boom. So, with Uranus getting ready to go into Gemini, you already know what the truth is. You know what your truth is. You know what you're communicating, right? Everything that you have ever felt, you have to go out of your way to prove. Everything you've ever felt, you have to explain. You know it's true. You know it's true. So put your money where your mouth is and just surrender that. Surrender that to the absolute truth. Surrender that to the universe. Surrender that to God, Goddess, right? Surrender that to you. Surrender that to the temple within yourself. Your body is a temple. what are you housing in this temple? Surrender it to that. This is not just an action, because people look at the hangman as, oh, I just need to let go. What surrender means by the hangman is if you really, 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 really want a new car, life, position, right? The hangman, when people tell you, okay, just surrender that desire, it's not telling you just let go of the desire. Just stop wanting it. That's not what surrender means. That's not what surrender means. Okay. It's not telling you to just forget what you want. It's saying, you know, you want it. So surrender the idea that you're not going to have it. All the anxiety, all the overthinking, all the things you think could go wrong in the way of getting what you want, surrender it. Give it up. You can't serve two masters. You can't decide you want this, but be entertaining everything else. So give up those desires and let it happen. Walk as if you know it's there. And this is what represented by Neptune, which is in Aries, is a very powerful position. Because with the hangman, it's like when you're fully surrendered, the way the peak version of this is you're so fully surrendered in yourself, you can walk through a war field of bullets flying through each other, and you just walk straight knowing that all the bullets are going to miss. You trip on the ground, and that allowed you to miss a whole bomb that went through, and you're blindfolded. You just have full faith in yourself. That's what it's going to feel like. And in that sense, you don't have to know what's going around you and be like, oh, it's like you don't even care. You're just like, no, faith walk, okay? Which is it's fucking delusional, by the way. So that's the controversy of Neptune. Like, yeah, I just said that, but it is every single one of us here will agree that just walking through a shootout is fucking delusional. You're gonna get shot, but that's what you're being asked to do. That's what your spirit, that's what your soul is being asked to do. It's like, dude, just trust me. Just walk through knowing that I promise you're not going to get touched. Not one bullet will graze you. And you're looking at the situation like, dude, they're shooting at each other. Like, there's no way for me to go through. They're not taking rests in between rounds. So it's not like I can just wait till they stop and then run through. And your soul is like, that ain't shit. That ain't shit. Just walk through. When I tell you to walk through, just walk through. And whatever you do, don't stop till I tell you to stop. And that's what your soul is asking you to do. So reasonably, that's the resistance towards surrendering. Because the concept of surrender is cool, but it's like, I have real shit I need to get done. Like, don't tell me to let go when I have rent due tomorrow. Don't tell me to let go when I have to, worry about these obligations or handle these obligations. And nobody is telling you to worry or let go of stuff. They're saying surrender that shit. All right, bitch, put your money where your mouth is and let it go. Have you decided it's going to happen? Cool. Stop stressing about how. Just stand on it. Just stand on it. That's it. So what is your mindset? What do you know is true? And because the thing with the hangman, this is someone being crucified upside down. So you're seeing a bunch of people just express their hatred towards you. Oh, you believe this? Oh, you think this is true? And it's like you're surrendering the need to react. You know what I mean? Knowing that you know what you believe is true. You know what is true. It's kind of like a father forgive them for they don't know what they do, but I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna say whether they know or not, you can get these hands on each other. But it's definitely very important because in getting out your own way, this is gonna unlock so much that will through you really, this card comes before the death card. It's really going to prepare for a massive transformation. All right. So that's the main lesson, Thank you. That's the main lesson. What is everything you know to be true? Surrender to that with no need for explanation. It's not even about stuff you want to come into. What do you know is true now? It doesn't matter if things come up to not contradict. If anything contradicts what you think is true, then just align it with the truth. But it's not anything you have to really, take too serious, because you already know the truth, right? So you can surrender to it. So the chat. Ooh. All right, we getting deep. So this is Neptune and Saturn, guys. What are the odds? We have Neptune, Saturn, and Venus in Aries. Hey, we really do this cartomancy. Like we don't do no fake psychic shit. This ain't no fake psychic. Oh, this card is saying that we really do this cartomancy shit. Like this ain't no joke. No, we didn't just pull the Neptune Saturn conjunction. That's literally it. Where Saturn is the challenge of this surrendering. You're not just surrendering. The challenge is everything. You're surrendering everything. Okay. The challenge is you're being prepared for fulfillment. Like the world as a challenge is taking everything you've learned and bringing you to this sense of completion. And this is where now with the Hangman, you're having to quite literally transcend and release. And here you go, surrender everything that doesn't reflect not only this end state, but the integrity of who you truly know yourself to be. This is very fucking powerful. And now I'm starting to understand this integrity of Saturn. It's like, I don't want to say no more pussyfooting because there was never time to pussyfoot. Oh yeah, look at this, guys. Some of you are caught up in between grandiose ideals and dreams and how to accomplish it. And how is not even important. The South Node is in Virgo. You need to be more focused on just being the person who's going to do it and letting how unfold moment to moment. So, shit. This is calling for full integrity. Like like you have Saturn in Pisces means that everything you've ever believed around what you're meant to be, you are being asked to do that. Not even be that, to do that. Everything that you have decided is you and represents you, you want to surrender everything to it, which adds a gravity. That's what makes the world a challenge. There's no 99%. It's keeping it 100. All right, because the standing 10 toes up. Yep. The stunner. I know you see it. This is very significant because it's calling for you to move 100,000% as you know you are. So there's no more room for doubt. There's no more room to be second guessing and wavering your steps. All right. Don't lie to yourself to follow through with what you say you're going to do. Thank you, Circus Call. All right. No more excuses. And the Hangman, once again, is very significant here because this also, in a sense, is challenging whether you will fold if the world is brought to the table. Like if the world was brought on your platter, everything you could ever want, right? It's not really just like a devil card temptation, but a more practical sense. There's a lot that you're working for now. So there's nothing wrong with compromise, but if you were given the world on a single platter, but you just have to fold, right? You just can't. We just don't want you to be 100% your authentic self. But it's cool. Like, you sign this contract, like, you know, it puts you in a position to get everything you could ever want, you know? And all you have to do is just, you know, we just don't want 100%. You could even do 99%. Like, we're giving you like billions of dollars. We're giving you everything you could ever want, everything you were ever going to work for, everything you were saving to get. You can have it now. We just want you at 99%. Can you just sign here that you won't do this, and say this? We don't want the 100% you. Some of you would do that. And if that's in your values, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that's worth your compromise, I'd say don't necessarily, you know what I'm saying, let anybody else tell you otherwise. Okay. Boom. That being said, for those of you who would not fold in order to keep it 100%, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations. You truly know your worth. Yeah, I got that motherfucker out of here. Bye. Check your Snapchat. Oh, hold on. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. So all right. So that was pretty good. So far, we have Neptune and Saturn. I like how these themes are coming front and center in the reading. You know what I mean? And shout out Steve. Steve, I appreciate the message. I tried to pull it up, but I couldn't find the thread. But yeah. Am I still doing readings? Yeah. For those of you who would actually like a tarot card at the end of this, click the description box below and you'll see how to join the queue. Okay. How to come through. Ooh. We both trade view. Ninja Trader. All right. Thank you, Anthony. Nothing in this world can compensate for the wisdom I have gained. I want to once again just, you know, it's really cool to stand 100% on your own stuff. But if some of you would compromise for 80%, 90%, and that's what, no one forced you to do it, no one made you do it. That's you. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, you're not 100%. The whole thing for me is just don't do anything. Like I'm meaning in the case where you're being made to believe is something that it's not. Okay, so I don't want to make it seem like you have to be 100% or nothing else. But yeah, that being said, but she said he just a friend. But she said he just a friend. Yup. Nope. Truth is 100%, baby. Yeah. Look at that. We have the lovers. This is kind of crazy. So this is actually Gemini. That's crazy. So the foundation of this is, for some of you, soulmates. Being with your soulmate, I would say in a literal sense and a figurative sense. Like, the feeling, look at Stunna, the feeling you would get being with a soulmate that fully loves you and you could fully express could be the feeling you get when you're playing guitar and performing to thousands of people. So that would count as the Lovers. It's like you're founding it on this foundation. And the reason why that's interesting, it echoes the underlying theme. So for some of you, you're stepping into this Neptune Saturn gate with a prominent relationship, and it's sparking this Gemini season. Now, for some of you, this is literal. This is an existing partnership you're developing. For others of you, it's for everyone, it's archetypal, literal, all that. But in an archetypal sense, you know what I'm saying? Some of you are putting yourself in a position where you're realistically matching the archetype of your counterpart through several people who show expressions and forms of it, or experiencing it literally through a literal match. I don't necessarily want you to overthink this, because as a foundation, it's uniting your mind and your heart. And now this is really dope. Like this is literally Neptune and Saturn and Aries during Gemini season. Very significant. Okay. I was not expecting this. I'll tell you that. I was definitely not expecting this, especially because, you know, the nature of, wow. I thought I had met a soulmate, but they suddenly started dating someone else. Isidore, Isidore, Isidore is, sorry if I say your name wrong. Blessing in disguise. Trust me. If anything, you get to really see the contrast between what could have been versus how it's supposed to be. And you don't need to do more shadow work. So I'm sorry you were lied to about that. Like, I need to be in a higher vibration. I need to do the shadow work. None of that bullshit is true. You're ready right now. That's the thing. You once you decide, and that's why I'm saying, if you guys believe that you need to do more shadow work, you need to get a higher vibration, click the link below and watch the Ultimate Manifestation playlist, because we keep telling ourselves, I need to do this, I need to do that, or I'm going to get it later. It's here now. You can meet somebody else right now. Straight like that. We're that powerful. And I've said stuff like that before too. You know what I'm saying? But see, my intuition said they were coming for me, but they didn't. They didn't because you decided they did it. You know what I mean? If you mean someone coming to get with you, you can literally just say your intuition told you for a reason, right? Unless you mean coming for you as far as like negatively, then no one's coming in that way. That sounded bad. Wow, like I'm trying to agree in a certain way, but like you just have to be your authentic self. But remember, you're not waiting for anything. Why shadow box when you could shadow box? Why shadow work when you could shadow box? That's what we be doing. We be shadow boxing all day, every day. It looks like schizophrenia, but we really just got shadow box. I promise you. All right. So what is the past position? Oh my gosh, this looks like a full-blown soulmate reading, because I was going to do a romance spread, but it seems to be the central theme. And screw that. Okay, 6 of Cups as the past position is very interesting with the Lovers. Once again, we have this theme of union. So for those of you who are single, okay, you may not be, but the 6 of Cups is talking about a recent soulmate connection. Recent nostalgia, recent innocence. And now this doesn't have to be exclusively romantic. This is talking about, of course, you know, you feeling good, comfortable, right? Lover, 6 of Cups is you really being in love with just living. All right. And I think what's also significant relative to this, all right. Oh, let's all pray. Let's all pray for Big Bach. You know, OG Bach. Okay. We got you. We got you, yo. And happy belated birthday. All right. You're not feeling like yourself because you're growing out of yourself. You're getting ready to step into the next version of yourself, and growth can be uncomfortable. Fitting into new clothes, So we got you, yo. We definitely got you. Six of Cups, Lovers card. For those of you who are stepping, in existing connections or getting ready to step into new connections, this is based on genuine love. This is definitely based, on stimulation. The Two of Cups is going to be a more mutual romantic love. The Lovers is like sexually stimulating, romantic sexually. Six of Cups is innocence, though, right? So that's very interesting. Once again, those feelings that get evoked when I talk about that could be the aura, the environment, or not the environment, or the I don't want to say energy, the vibe. And it doesn't have to exclusively be romantic. This could be in a platonic setting as well. Now, the crown of this is the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is very competitive. The Five of Wands is it's positive stress. So it's like a badminton game or a tennis game or a pickup basketball game. You don't want to let egos clash, but you do want the egos clash. You just want to use it for brainstorming. So once again, with the Lover, Six of Cups, this is very fun. It's like putting yourself out there in competitive moments. But with the Lovers and the Six of Cups, it's like a really fun game. It's like, you're standing out in this competition, especially with the Four of Wands. This will be like a dance battle at a wedding. You know what I mean? Next step we have is the Knight of Cups. This is a proposal. So some of you are getting ready to shoot your shot. Some of you, this could be with an existing partner who wants to propose an idea to you. Some of you who are single, someone's going to shoot their shot at you, versus some of you are going to be the one shooting your shot. And this looks pretty fun. I mean, the Knight of Cups, once again, is a proposal, but in the spirit of this reading, it's also really just talking about having a goddamn good freaking time. So none of these themes so far are about any pentacle themes. None of these themes we have any major swords. This is very festive. We only have Wands and Cups with some major themes. Like, wow is exactly correct. This is ridiculous, especially once again, looking into a whole lot of the current mechanics. So, who are you showing up as? You're showing up as Justice. I love how I pulled this as Carrie commented. Carrie, I pulled this card as you commented, and we know that you just filed what you filed. So I think this is evidence and proof that you're coming from the right position. You're coming from a fair and just position. You're approaching everything very objectively. And what we have around you is the Two of Cups. Guys, oh my God, this is crazy. I just talked about the Two of Cups, and check this out. Look at where the Two of Cups falls in this reading, bridging these two polarities. So this is marriage, guys. Like, for some of you, you're tying the knot, you getting married. You're deciding on an official sense, maturing this relationship. So this is going to apply more for some of you stepping into this as a partnership. But for those of you who are coming in single or not really seeing or talking to anybody, this is also going to represent how much more connected you are to the other, how much more of yourself you can express with others, right? Now that you are doubling down on surrendering on who you are and what you believe. And the guidance we have here is the Magician. Damn. Okay, this reading is not playing. It's not playing. The Magician is saying, of course, work your skills. This looks like a South Park deck. Oh my God. The Magician represents, the resourcefulness of your own skills and ideas. It's Mercury, which is in Gemini. Mercury represents the one, your most compatible counterpart. But I think in this context, you have mastered abilities and skills, right? If you know you're very good at singing, sing your ass off. And it might get you out of a bank robbery that you're in. Please let us go. You don't have to shoot the gun. You don't have to shoot the gun. It's not even fun. You can leave right now. And the robbers are going to look at you like, damn, that shit touched me in my soul. You sound like my little sister. You know what? We going to leave. And now people are like, you're such a good singer. You saved us from a bank robbery. It's that unconventional, guys. Like any situation, you know what I mean? Like, you're being asked to use your gifts, especially if you can't sing. Like, no, that might get you shot. If I sang that right now, I'd be like, shut up, boo. Like, I try, but it's cool. I wouldn't get shot because, you know, I dodge bullets and shit. I could stop bullets, but like, yeah. The bank breaks out in a musical, like, you don't have to shoot it. You can drop the gun. You can drop the gun. Like, yes. It could literally happen like that. It could literally happen like that. Like, you don't know what's going to happen in the future. Someone next to you could have just been thinking about, should I sing? Oh, he's singing. And then they start harmonizing with you. Like, life really is magical like that. You never know. We're connected more than you think. The magician card is very key here. Because remember, the whole core of this reading is surrender to your greatest self. Like, surrender to everything you believe who you're meant to be. It's non-negotiable anymore. Stop worrying about it. You've decided it's true. Release any doubt that it's not. But the magician is guiding you to actively be about it and express it. Once again, law of assumption. As above, so below. Are you thinking like the person you want to be? Because if there's no substance in this, if you're taking the form of it, but there's no substance, you're not really that, that's fraud. If there is substance, but you're not putting it into form, it's invisible, right? So you want substance and form. You want to take in all the elements, feel it, think it, be passionate about it, ground it, sensually, sense it sensually. Literally all the Gemini's cards have shown up. I'm not going to lie. That's very interesting. And what's the outcome here? Jesus Christ. Whoa. It's all happening this Gemini season, bro. It's okay. It's really all going to happen like Virgo to Sag, like September to December, but it's beginning to happen. And I can say it is all happens. Oh, yeah, it's all starting to happen. This is crazy. Do you know what this is? Jupiter. Why is this the outcome? Guys, this is one of the best readings we've ever done. Do you want to know why Wheel of Fortune is the outcome? Let me show you what's happening at the end of Gemini season. Okay, at the end of Gemini season, where is the focus going to be? You guessed it. It's going to be on Jupiter. We're going to step into a brand new advancement. So even this reading has been spot on astrologically. The Wheel of Fortune is talking about you're about to level up and win the lottery. Your entire fortune is about to change. You heard? Your entire fortune is about to change. You're upgrading. So ain't no cap in my tarot. Ain't no cap in my raps. I really do this tarot shit. Let's go. This is a beautiful read. We fucking cooking. So you want to really embrace, no way. You really want to embrace, you know what I'm saying? This June 11th, you really want to embrace this new cycle. This is next level portal. You know what I mean? Like some of you've been getting synchronicities about perspective, romantic potential with a person, with someone or a situation. And I think you're going to marvel at seeing it come together. But remember, you know, you're surrendering to this and embracing it, but the guidance is to demonstrate it. Demonstrate what you believe. What does that look like? Who are you? Who is the person that has this? Do stuff as that person. Think as that person, right? You're surrendering to it. You're embracing it. And this is beautiful. Okay, so we are seeing a definite shift here as it pertains to, this season. And I get the sense that the reason why surrender is needed is because what you're stepping into may represent something you haven't really initiated, or this is you being initiated, because the Neptune is really an awakening. It's like an awakening and initiation to fulfillment, like the beginning of the rest of your life. So this is beautiful. Was I expecting to get all these God cards, these Egyptian God cards here? No. But like, wow. Wowzers. So we started, the main core of the reading was Neptune and Saturn, and the outcome was Jupiter. So it's very important to understand, like, what Gemini season is leading to is like fortune. And the magician next to it allows you to control your destiny. It like gives you more of decisive understanding of where you're moving. Can you believe that was just the first reading? That was super powerful. Okay, Jack, I got your Cash App, Twin Star Seed. I got you, Sharon. I got you. Appreciate you. All right. The death tape is coming soon. I got like almost all the tracks mastered. I have my Pisces friend come through and put his magic on it. I just need like one more track mixed, which it's going to be worked on tonight, and we'll be done. So for those of you who want a listening party, we can do one as soon as the end of this week. Okay. So I was gonna do oh yeah, free shirt coupon. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna definitely do. So like, yeah, you know what I mean? I was gonna do a romance spread, but screw that. I feel like the first one was enough. I don't want to pull any more love cards, but that's just not my bad. But like, yeah. I feel like, June 11. Yep. Yeah, if anything, June 11, bro, it's going to be like next week, I think. Oh my God, it's approximately a week from now, Mercury Day. So yeah, going to turn 35. I was going to do career, but I'm just going to see what we get within the cards. The cards are telling me I think it would be dope if you use the Hermetic or Neuro deck. Yeah, I feel you on that. Let's see. The Neuro deck is just majors, but I could pull out the Hermetic. That's no problem. Oh. Jesus, man. Wheel of Fortune is crazy, bro. And you have that on your sun, Jupiter. So shout out to the Jupiter sun, Jupiter moon, Jupiter rising. Should be a very fun period. Shout out to AJ. Shout out to Carrie. All right, so let's do this next reading. Let's see what this deck is telling us. Yeah. Wow, that was primal. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. That was very primal. I mean, that was very interesting. What's up, Janarian? You up next, bruh? Shout out to Cancer Nation. Y'all definitely up next as I hit this fiend bar. Fiend, 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 fiend. My bad. All right. The underlying theme. We're unofficially, this is an unofficial finance career reading, but just in case it's anything else, just in case it decides to go left field. And my tarot readers know this. Sometimes you pull a reading, it's spot on for what you're asking. Sometimes the card's like, I don't want to talk about that. Let's look at this. It's like, dog. All right. Dopamine. Oh my God! Jesus! Look, we have this again. The Hangman. We're back again, y'all. Yeah, see, Elisha Eternal is a genius because if we pulled the same deck, we would have just been like, oh, okay, I didn't shuffle it properly. This is another deck. Ooh, Dove Visions. I could have. Another video. Because I am the darkness. I'm working on the laugh. It's not there yet. But like, yes. So here we go. The Hangman. Okay. The spirit of the mighty waters. All right, guys. Spirit just kind of yelled at me right now. So here, check it out. I want you to be honest with me, guys. I'm being told. No, I don't. I'm being told, okay, that your spirit team has showed you something like 5 times already. Clear. I'm talking about a set of synchronicities. It's almost as if synchronicities are competing for your attention, but they're synchronistic revelations that have been made clear like over 5 times. You saw it and you're like, whoa. Be honest with me. I want you to comment number 1 if you're still doubting and wondering how. Because some of you are seeing the synchronicities, but on the surface, it's like, I don't know how this is going to work. And you're still wondering, like, is it true? Is it not true? But like, you've seen this synchro like over 5, like powerfully. Like, you know, it was a powerful synchronicity. And, you know, if you don't want to admit it, it's cool, right? If you're like, seeing it, I need more confirmation. But did I really see that though? Yes, I feel you. They trolling me, trust me. But I need to run a diagnostic because it's like you see the synchronicity, but it doesn't seem possible, right? And it's like, am I just seeing what I want to see? Because that's a powerful synchronicity. It's like you see someone's name, right? It's like, imagine you're manifesting a partner and you see a sign that says your husband, and then a sign to the right comes and it's the name of the person you were thinking about. Signs like that. And then it's followed up again with the same type of synchronicity. Someone says husband right as that person's name, because like crazy shit like that. Like very consistent. You know what I mean? Your spirit guides are saying to stop fucking playing with them. Okay, first of all, if you commented 1, I'm right there with you. Because I'm acting the same way. Like, I did not get smacked in the face with these signs. Okay. And it's not about getting caught up in the signs. The reason why you might be getting caught up in the signs is because you're still trying to figure out how your order is coming to you that has already told you it's on its way to you. Like, I am ridiculously impatient. I've been acting like a little baby with the universe. The universe is showing me it's on its way. And I'm like, no, it's on its way now. I want it now. It's on its way. Let it happen. I want it now. And it's like, we both know it's going to happen. But it's like, no. But this isn't about waiting for anything to happen now. It is not even accepting it happening now. They're all right. I could definitely hit more than 3, but I stopped doing them motherfuckers. I'm going to start doing them again and the Gemini season, and then we kicking in calisthenics Cancer season. But they're not bad. I did crank some the other day. Hit at the gym yesterday or whatnot. But yeah. Constantly checking your delivery order. Thank you. It doesn't work like that. But the hangman is showing up once again because it's like there's nothing you can do to stop this. You kicking and screaming or just trying to figure it out isn't going to change the fact that what you're surrendering to is beyond your ability to perceive. It's like you don't know how the iPhone update or the Android update is going to change your phone. So you have to literally just let go and allow it to update. You're not waiting for it to update. It's updating. It's present progressive. So it's like you're getting ready to perceive in greater graphics and a level. It's like you've never spent $10 million before or $10 billion before. You might be used to spending a certain amount of money. So you're being asked to let go of everything you were used to doing. Because some of you are approaching a situation like you're running on a $50,000 budget. Does that make sense? That's what's coming through for me right now. The vision I'm having is the way you would run around if you have a $50,000 budget, you're being asked to let go because it's like you have a $50 billion budget now. It's like a lot that you had to really plan for isn't shit anymore because you now have so much more to operate with. All right. So the universe is going to update the spot on us some more pretty much. That's crazy. Pisces is saying this too. But that being said, so what is the main lesson of this? We do have the 7 of Cups, Lord of illusory success. 7 of Cups kind of correlates with the Hangman as far as just one is transcending that fog. The other is escapism. Venus and Scorpio. The other is really more so like working online. Because remember, this is also a career reading unofficially. So the main lesson for some of you, maybe you're surrendering to income through unconventional means, like working online, working remotely. It doesn't have to apply to everybody. But, you know, there's certain things being brought to your attention and not all of them are substantial. So this is going to help you lock in to what's important. And the challenge we have here is the 3 of Swords. So you want to be careful of people trying to jerk you. That's kind of really weird too. 3 of Swords, 7 of Cups is not everything being as it seems. So it's not the 7 of Swords yet, but you know, the 3 of Swords is you're going to be challenged to make cuts. Certain programs you may have enrolled in that may have promised certain things, but really ultimately was just a money grab. Oh shit, I have to make sure I do that. You want to make sure you realistically kind of get all of that squared away in a certain sense. I think another thing that's very important is this facet and notion of putting yourself in a position to be careful of being deceived and betrayed. Okay. I don't think it's as malicious as it seems. Always cautious of people trying to jerk me, of course. But yeah, let's get more into this because this looks cutthroat. We do have the 3 of Wands, Sun and Aries, lighting the way. So this is based on your long-term plans, okay? It's basically saying don't get distracted and understand who's really trying to finesse you or not, okay? That being said, That is nothing new. And that's very vague. I apologize for being vague here because it's not as simple as someone's trying to betray you. What I'm kind of getting through this is you're not entirely clear of your destination. So like you're looking at so many different opportunities. You're looking at so many different options, and not all some of those options are a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are just fool's gold. And the Three of Swords is saying be careful of big promises that hope to get you where you're going, because it really could just be a money grab. Now we do have the Magician. This opposite could mean you've encountered a fraud, but the Magician is really the guidance in the other reading. It's you getting here through the exercising of your skills. You've already established your unique abilities that is having you move forward. The foundation. Okay, the Crown is the Hermit. So you're navigating this through wisdom. You're still moving forward with proper guidance. You're moving your path forward through unconventional means, not being influenced by voices that are not authentic to you. And then we have the Hierophant. Now, this is very significant because the Magician, the Hermit, and the Hierophant are the three magi. They're the three major arcana that indicate the three magi. We have Three of Wands here. So one, of course, is like, the Magus, right, of power. The other, this is the Magus of the voice of light. And this is the Magus of the eternal gods, right? One is more a hermeticist. The other is more like a gang leader or a pope. And then one is defining this practice of magic: Mercury, Virgo, and Taurus. All right. So it's like your foundation is moving forward. That's leading into the establishment of these values through this treachery. And that's where your expertise and wisdom will help you guide through these well-worded contracts that seek to trap you, but now you maintain and establish your authority. What you're showing up as is death, full on in transformation, the child of great transformation. What did we get in the other reading that you showed up as? Justice. So this is Libra and Scorpio. This transformation is reflecting rebranding phases or actually shifting into this next version of yourself. And we do have justice, just like the past reading. So justice is definitely you being held accountable to do things right, but you holding others accountable by your righteousness and the integrity with which you're doing everything with. Okay. The guidance we have here is the 10 of Wands. Now, remember, we had the Magician. The 10 of Wands is saying to really handle all your responsibilities now before they become burdens. You may procrastinate, or you could choose to procrastinate, or you could choose to get everything done now so that the burdens do not pile up on you. Regardless, this is the burdens of success. So it's the consequence of success. So this is like a positive pressure type of thing, but you just want to be careful about taking too much responsibility, especially with people who trick you to think that certain things are your responsibility where they're not. So be willing to delegate tasks where it's necessary. And the outcome we have here, yeah, baby, we got the Ace of Swords, the Lord of the root of the powers of air. So with the Hierophant, there's formal instruction. And this is really cool. This is really cool. What I'm picking up with this is like, especially with the Magician and the Hermit, it's like some of you have gotten to this point solo dolo. You do your own magic spells, baby. You didn't need anybody to help you do these spells. The Hermit card is your breadth of experience. You became this master because you took mad mistakes and you also perfected and refined your craft. So stepping into the Hierophant is you now being put in a position where you teach others, but it's also like that OG independent that connects with a group of other masters like themselves. And now they're contributing and also being able to be, connect with others and create community based off of this. So this is beautiful because the Three of Swords speaks of heavy betrayal, recognizing who's trying to play with you, and you're coming through with the Ace of Victory. This is where, with the Justice card here, there could be greater victory in legal proceedings. Even perceived losses will actually end up becoming benefits in your favor just because you acted within integrity. All right. For things that can be reversed later to be reversed. All right. So, oh my God, look at the bonus cards that come from this, especially if it's a legal proceeding. We have the Four of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. So there's massive wealth, dude. Lord of earthly power and the Lord of wealth. This is the Sun in Capricorn and Mercury in Virgo. So this is following this epiphany. It's going to cut through the deception. There's victory through this establishment of truth. Major victory. Remember, this is where we got the Wheel of Fortune. So this fortune is backed through solid truth and this institution supporting us. But this is massive wealth, yo. This is massive wealth. Financial stability and long-term wealth. You're set for life. And I want that to be your affirmation moving forward. I'm set for life. I'm set for life. You're working meaningful work, right? Some of you may win $2 million and then you may get a job. You may work a 9 to 5, not because you need the money, but because you just really like being there. Like you don't even really even need the money. You're okay because this is just something you could do from this time to this time. I can see a lot of you, like after you get a crap ton of money, you get a 9 to 5. Like you're just like, I don't even need it. I just like working here. That's so awesome. But that being said, I am here for the wealth and creating my digital product on that right now. Sniper gang. Pew, 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 pew. So everyone on this chat, we winning. I want you to comment, we winning, or generational wealth, or I am set for life. All right. The magic word you could say for that is abundant or limitless or almighty, anything, purpose. What's your magic word? Okay, I am set for life. I want you to comment what your magic word for that is. If you can say I'm set for life in one word, what would that word be? And I want you to repeat and spam that word forever. It could be we win. It doesn't have to be just one word, but it could even be I am set for life on a set, like what legacy, you know what I'm saying? Whatever that word is, I want you to spam that. Abundant family. That's a good one. We winning, activate, abundant. And every time you say it, I want you to, you don't even have to feel it, but every time you say it, let it hit the reticular activation system. Let it impress your subconscious and feel as if, oh, I don't have any, even if you're broke right now, right? You're not really broke, but even if you don't have money in the bank, all right, which is very crazy to think of in conventional thinking, literally feel as if, I'm good for it, right? I'm not saying you should just spend your money recklessly, but speak that you're set for life and watch it happen. All right. This is where if you guys do this coming into the moon and Sag, you're going to see it. You're going to see it. You're going to begin to see it. By the moon in Pisces, we will have completed that. And then we're going to step into this Jupiter. Abundancia. Okay, what's the last reading? Let's see the last thing we have to know. I'm going to go back to the other deck. This is fire, though. Thank you, Hermetic deck. Some of you are going to be utterly shocked at this wealth that's coming in, okay? And I think you're going to be shocked because it wasn't indirect. You made it happen. It happened as a direct consequence of your decisions. You made it happen. It's wealth stemming from your own inherent value and latent equity. And you're going to really, 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 see the extent of how much more magic you've always been. And like a great said, nothing shocking. Like one of the goats said. All right, let's get into this final reading. Let's make this a superpower reading, destiny, supernatural ability reading. Unofficially, whatever the readings are. I'm actually shuffling at like 400 meters per second, but it just looks, I'm going so fast, it looks like I'm doing it slow. You just can't see. Boom. I just shuffled like 10,000 times. So we have the Lover's card. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. So the Lover's card. See, we really like that. I'm excited. We're fucking here. We really like that, yo. So that being said, amen. Amen. The Lover's card is an underlying theme. Your mind and your heart. If some of them was, if for some of you it was on a civil war, they're making up. For others of you, I think you're going to create space and opportunity to really express yourself the way you've always truly wanted to express yourself. Like I see this in a very platonic sense for some of you, where it's like you're really able to like love what you're doing again. I get the sense for some of you a highly significant divine counterpartship. Yeah, I hate to say it. It's twin flame. I don't want to say the twin flame soulmate word, but for some of you, the reason why this shit's coming in heavy is because Gemini is where it's activating. Like this is the initial experience of it. So the main lesson we have is earthly power. Okay, the Four of Pentacles. This is the last part of the other reading. This is financial security. This is a lot of goddamn money and status. All right. What's very significant about this is some of you need to be stingy. Some of you are too generous. Some of you like can't say no. I'm not saying this is saying to say no, right? I always make this joke. Like some people will say, oh, this card means you have to like stop holding on to too much. As a moon in Capricorn, hold on to that shit. And if people like ask you for money, just be like, bring out $100 bill and be like, I'm so sorry. I don't have broke money amounts. I don't have anything to give you. I hope you can. I'm going to pray for you. I pray you stop being a brokey. Some of you can't do that. Like you feel like that's rude or that's mean. Okay, but they're just soiling your essence with their brokey aura. I'm just joking. But yes, some of you need to be more stingy. Some of you need to be more stingy. Some of you need to be more stingy. It is what it is. It is what it is. Some of you need to stop being so goddamn generous. Watch how your life just changes overnight. Like the universe is like, oh, we can give this person that. Because some of you helping people that your spirit team don't even like. Some of you be generous to somebody that your spirit team saw talking shit about you. So now they're crying to you like, oh, I need help. And your spirit team is like, no, fuck that bitch. Don't help her. No. And it doesn't feel right for some reason. That's because your spirit team's like, we don't even like him or her. They was talking shit. They don't like you. Yes. And so your spirit team held back because they hate when you do that. They showed you the signs. You already had that off feeling. Here you go helping them because they asking you for advice. Knowing they going right back to talking shit right after. Okay, so once they see you stop doing that, your spirit team going to be giving you even more. Like, okay, you remember what time it is. The challenge we have, okay, let's go. Okay, we found our career reading. I'm just joking. The challenge is now, of course, creating a new foundation of wealth, meaning you're reaching from your vault and you're establishing new capital, new currencies. It's like building a new cryptocurrency or a new currency or a new security. This is, of course, establishing a new income stream. All right. So this is beautiful because, of course, the challenge of starting something new is keeping it and bringing it off the ground, taking it off. So you're going to be challenged with maturing a new investment. And why this is important is because with the Four of Pentacles, it's already established on a real foundation. So it's not like the lesson of this isn't you're going to become rich. The lesson of this is you're already establishing latent equity and value. You're already now actualizing security. So this is talking about, once again, coming into some new money this season, okay, and holding it down. The underlying theme here is the Six of Cups, which is interesting because we had the Lovers card as the foundation for the first reading and the underlying theme for this reading. So once again, if anything, hopefully you're talking about my XRP wallet. I love that. This looks like it could be under the guise of a relationship, right? This could be someone giving this person a ring, or this could be a joint venture between you and a friend that you used to know, or a soulmate. I'm not going to shy away from romance because we have the Lovers and the Six of Cups again. And considering that Venus is coming out of Aries into its dignity in Taurus, it's going to go over Uranus, right? Venus and Uranus have that. Some people say those are twin flames, but you know, everything is kind of preparing itself, right? The past position, Three of Cups, soulmates could be platonic too. Like, this is somebody who you could really be yourself around. It's like you're comfortable around them. This could be a family member, right? Could be a lover. Three of Cups is echoing this past position of celebration. You may have recently gone out. You may have recently enjoyed your time with somebody or with several people. This is going to be revisited. Think about where you were last weekend, yesterday, right? Over this past week. And the crown of this is the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is very important. This looks like a financial manager. This is someone who manages bigger accounts of money. The Ace of Pentacles could be going to this queen, or it could just represent a higher level of management, all right? And receptivity to this management. A lot of money. It's ridiculous. All right, so we do have the Judgment card, Pluto. Intense awakening. So it's like with this maturity and security, you are awakening to your true higher purpose. Something that doesn't only have to happen once, but this is really bringing to a head the ultimate realization here. This is the final major before the world, the last card. So huge breaking point. You're showing up as the 10 of Cups. So I'm not going to lie. This emotional fulfillment is literally on the table. And it's urgent. Remember the first reading we did? Back again. So for some of you, this is emotional fulfillment, like platonically or romantically. Like, this is that happily ever after with someone who you're deeply in love with and connect with and like bond with. And, you know, it's not just based on love. It's based on something very solid that has real value and is aligned with your higher purpose. All right. This is now, by the way, this is active. This is really the energy here too. So, you know, I don't want you to be too attached to what you think that might look like. This is what you're bringing to the situation. The guidance we have here is the Strength card. So this is beautiful. I want you to watch that first reading again, because we had the Magician card, this Infinity. This one is saying to give it your all. That's what I'm picking up with the Strength. Give your all into this venture. Don't be half-hearted into this. Have as much fun as possible. With the Magician, it's saying to really put your best foot forward. Like, really go all out in how skilled you are. Put your best skills in. The Strength is saying to go all out. All your energy. Turned, like, literally put all your energy into what you're working towards. And we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is Mercury and Sag. It's everything unlocking very quickly. All right. The first two cards were the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. And now this is the King of Swords and the Justice card. So very quick decision. But yeah, please rewatch everything. This is going to be available. This is an echo and mirror to the first reading. It's almost like we're getting the Strength card's perspective. And the first one was the Magician's perspective. If you want to see it like that, very powerful reading. Very powerful reading. The Eight of Wands does signal things moving very fast. The three outcomes we had were Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Swords, Eight of Wands. So it's like winning the lottery, boom, and everything changes really quickly. So that's awesome. That's very awesome. Okay, surrender to any doubt, surrender any hate towards you. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if everything really is okay and what seems pressing right now ain't really shit. Ain't really shit. It's just an illusion. It's just an illusion. Turns out everything that was promised for you that you've always wanted, you've created and it's here. All right. You're actively experiencing it happen. A strong magician perspective. All right. So that's what we have for this exclusive tarot report. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to do the live readings now for anyone who wants a live reading. Brandon, I got your PayPal. Thank you very much. Click the description box below. Water. If you'd like to join the queue, thank you. Love and money are illusions. We have everything we need in the universe. Stop sweating the universe. Thank you. That's a message to me as well. So, yeah, shout out to Welcome's Revolution. Okay. Thank you, fam. Thank you, fam. So, I still have my readings 70% off. For any of you who want a personal tarot reading, you can go to my website, thepeacedealer.com, go to reports, and 60% off. The tarot reports will just be like $15. Okay, just be $15. So yeah, take advantage of that. That being said, we're gonna start with Sharon Stone. All right, thank you very much, Sharon. This reading is for you. The underlying theme we have for you is, of course, the Wheel of Fortune. So Jupiter, where's Jupiter in your chart? Where's Cancer in your chart? Because Jupiter is getting ready to change the fortune there, that new wave, June 25th to June 27th. The theme for you is evolution. All right. The wheels of destiny are riding with you. We do have the Four of Swords. This is the calm before the storm. It's saying in preparation for them, rest. You can take some time off in a vacation. Yep. It's time to celebrate. It's time to celebrate. 4 and 4. This is Jupiter, Libra. This is Venus, Aries. So this is really talking about getting ready to enjoy, your victory. It's almost as if you knew you would win the lottery. How would you really just relax and already plan trips? Because this is definitely going to be serendipitous in its execution. And you're going to be mentally restored, and you're going to just feel more of a sanctuary, like in your home, right? More of that, powerful positivity. And I'm glad that you said heart related, because that definitely goes a long way towards really facilitating how more you can express with your heart. So that's really exciting. I like that the Four of Swords came first, then the Four of Wands. And of course, the congruence with the fours. 44. So next we have Brooke. All right. 12th house queen. 12th house queen. Underlying theme we have for you is the Fool card. It's time to take that leap of faith, twin star seed. Because even coming out as a star seed, it's like a lot of what you're doing is pioneering what many won't really even begin to accept or be able to accept, not even out of rejection. It's just they're not really there. Maybe they're not even meant to be. It's like you're pioneering facets that people may not get to until generations later, or it's for a younger generation to get. The Fool card as an underlying theme is pioneering, really expressing this genius. Because with the Strength card, I love this. This is you lighting the way. You're so full of light. You have so much energy. I love the energy you keep in your videos. Like you always kind of have that unique positivity, unconventionally calling out the BS, but still, keeping that message hopeful. And the Fool card is you taking that leap of faith when it comes to what you want to do creatively forever, and to follow your passions, even if modern convention and tradition is telling you, oh, that's not how you're supposed to get married. You're not supposed to get married that late. You're not supposed to be with this type of person. You're not supposed to talk about this type of topic. And you're really just kind of breaking those boundaries down, literally doing what you want. Okay. Next we have Lord Jack. All right. Sir Zeus Rupert. Jazz, no worries. This is going to be available to watch the replay. You straight. So, yeah, that's good to know, because you're going to take a new direction with your passion. That's going to be something that's unique and original, and you just want to take that leap of faith. So, underlying theme we have for you, positive attitude deviation, is the Knight of Swords. This is you not taking a leap of faith, but striking at your conviction, rushing to the right conclusion. This is a messenger giving you a message of truth. It could be someone trying to fight, could be you getting ready to fight, like you're pulling up on somebody. So let's get some more context. We have the Magician. The Magician could be you confronting someone who tried to scam you, but the Magician is you, bro. The Magician is you manifesting your thoughts into form and reality. It's you working on your business, especially with the aviation, and you're now embodying your brand image. All right. So what you told me when we visited? It's like, just think about it. That's what you're really innovating here. And you're able to take action more instinctually based off of that. And we have this with the Eight of Pentacles. So you're applying this inventiveness relative to this meaningful work you're doing. And that's what makes me think it's related to aviation, because the Knight of Swords represents actions you just leaped towards without really thinking and analyzing what could go wrong. You just knew it would work in a certain way. And this is you now, of course, really working that through, really applying this meaningful work in an original way. So the Eight of Pentacles is like work, but the Magician is self-employed work. It's like you're working your own skills. You know what I mean? Or something you're very skilled at doing, even if it's not self-employed. Making huge changes with the aviation business. Now we have the Ten of Swords, and that's coming with the Strength card and the Eight of Wands. So Ten of Swords, strength, could also mean, right, someone, this looks like someone who you gave up on, who's back in your life. It's interesting though, because with the Ten of Swords looks like unexpectedly almost giving up, but then getting renewed by this support and things moving very quickly. You travel with the Eight of Wands. So Ten of Swords denotes some mind-blowing quality. Let's actually get some. Yeah, that's what I felt too. The Aquarius. What I felt with that is like right when you were at your lowest moment, this person appeared, right? And it almost seems like you were working yourself so thin, you might have almost given up, and then boom. And now whoever this person is, they're matching your passion, and things are going to move very quickly. Let me get more clarification on that Ten of Swords. Yeah. So Seven of Swords, Hermit, it looks like someone was trying to play you. It's like you might have confided in someone, and because you did it by yourself, it's like they took advantage of the fact that you only trusted them and had no one to turn to. I don't know how this might make sense to you, but I think it definitely applies. Seven of Swords is either you moving strategically on your own, or you kind of confide. It doesn't have to mean you got taken advantage of, but yeah, I hope that kind of speaks to you. Undercutting, someone said, right? But ultimately, it does look very positive. Eight of Wands is like blockages being released, quick victory. And it's really nice that you've gained this passion back. Oh, thank God. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, that's awesome. All right. All right. So next we have Brandon Walton. Why have I been seeing the number 369 in my dreams? Feel like it could be related to manifestation, but would like to know what the tarot universe pulls up. All right. Underlying theme we have is the star. So this is, and appreciate you, bruh. Appreciate you, bruh. Uh, my friend just finished mixing Fuck It Up, so I'm gonna send you the final version. I think it sounds beautiful. The star card one, I think, is Brandon, speaking of your dreams coming true. So the star card is a very positive affirmation of your dream becoming real, the spiritual gifts, the inspiration, notoriety, and coming with the King of Pentacles. I don't know if this is what the 369 is saying, but perhaps it's saying you about to be rich and well known. Okay. I think whatever 369 symbolically means for you, maybe is trying to get your attention that, you know, these high ideals of really making your mark here and being very successful are not just dreams. Just do it. All right. I'm honoring that because you asked what the tarot says about that. So King of Pentacles is you stepping up into this financially mature position. And I don't know how that's related with 369, but I'm just going to say that that's what your dreams are telling you or mean through that. So let me know if that resonates with you. Genesis. Let's see what we got. The underlying theme that we got is Saturn, Sun, Taurus, Moon, Pisces, rising Aqua. We have the Two of Cups. So as an Aqua rising, Gemini is hitting your fifth house. And yeah, if you're in a mutual partnership or relationship, this going to deepen. If you're single, Venus will eventually go into Cancer. And now until then, this may bud. If it doesn't represent, of course, like deepening connections with platonic interests. Now we have the Tower card. This coming with the Two of Swords represents, I think, taking a neutral attitude towards something that might have just unexpectedly happened, shaken things up, maybe being hush hush about it, especially with the Page of Wands and the Nine of Wands. So the Page of Wands and the Nine of Wands represents both excitement, but also perseverance. Okay. And the Tower card representing, of course, you know, this sense of unexpected upheaval, but also enlightenment. So with the Two of Swords, you're approaching the situation more logically than emotionally. And the Page of Wands opens up very exciting news, so that with the Nine of Wands, you're letting your discernment carry you forward. As far as what this means relative to the Two of Cups, whether these are the stages of a relationship or just important themes, what I kind of want to say with this is, you know, to me, it almost looks like you're looking over your shoulder as far as like, oh my God, I just won $10 million. Who do I tell about this? Oh my God, I'm so excited. But who should I? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's something that you weren't expecting to occur, and you're safeguarding something that you're excited about very powerfully. All right. Especially when we look under this Two of Cups, we do see the Empress card here. So I think this is really just you moving strategically around, you know, a new cycle. But let's pull more cards for you. And happy birthday, Son Goku. So we also have the Unicorn. So the Unicorn is definitely you not only embracing this uniqueness, yeah, but we got the Ace of Wands. So something brand new and just amazingly ridiculous is really popping off for you. It's some never before seen shit. And I think that's why you're so excited, because it's like, oh my gosh, I just made it happen. Oh my gosh. It's like something that I think you were told was impossible and you made it possible, or was always possible, right? So that's beautiful. The Unicorn, like I say, is not exclusive to any other deck. It only appears in this deck. Okay. So appreciate you, G. Last but not least, we have Jasmine or Linda Bateman. Sag Sun, Taurus Moon, Virgo Rising. So the North Node is unlocking you as a natural creator. It's unlocking you, and it's getting ready to push forward. Okay, we also have Maria. So we have Maria after. So yes, underlying theme. That's so. Thank you so much for that feedback and congrats. This is just going to be exciting. Nothing but exciting, especially with the Ace and the Page of Wands. Like it's still new. It's still new. So I think you have a lot to enjoy with it. But we do have the Two of Wands. So Linda, this is saying your options are coming through. You're taking your vision of how you want to really manifest what you want in this world, and you're seeing through the scenarios. This is to let you know that you are not limited. You got options. And we have the Hermit card. So take the time needed to really internalize. I think maybe you've been given a lot of advice, but you really want to be more clear on what you like, want, and trust in your mastery, with which that's what this is saying. Virgo rising, this is the card of Virgo. So you're really through the summer, coming into Virgo season with the eclipse, going to unlock this mastery, returning to form. It's going to be like you're the ancient one who knows all the spells, and you literally have the world in your hand. And what is under this? We do have the King of Swords. You know what I mean? So it's like the decisions you're going to make are coming from the most authentic part of yourself. And the Hermit card is enabling you to reach newer levels of mastery relative to all the work you've done on yourself. It's going to shine through, and it gives you exclusivity because there's certain things you've mastered that other people may not know how to do like you do. All right. So last but not least, we have Maria, Leo Sun, Pisces Rising, Taurus Moon. So unlike Virgo Rising, now we also have Pisces Rising, where your North Node, you're also being unlocked with the nodes, but Virgo season is going to unlock your analysis of other partnerships or with other people, how you are really unlocking who you've always believed you could be. And shout out to In Pursuit of Godliness. Wakanda forever. That being said, the underlying theme we have is the Six of Swords, Mercury in it, Aquarius. You are sailing towards a more positive future. This card comes up when we're distancing ourselves away from drama, miscommunication, or patching up prior miscommunication. It could represent long distance communication, bridging the gap, traveling, right? Shout out to In Pursuit of Godliness. Hey, bro, stay tuned because I'm starting a new membership next month. Bro, cancel that membership and email me. I want you to join the app. If you email me, I'll give you the link to join the app and I got you. Or you can keep the membership, but don't renew it for next month because on the cool, July is going to be the last month of the membership, and then we're going to start integrating for the app. It's a 30-day free trial, so you'll get the first month free. But yeah, y'all, appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you, fam. But yeah, you feel me? Like this is really beautiful because it clears a lot up. Anything that was kind of messing with you psychologically, you're gonna find yourself sailing towards more wins, more W's. So what do we have with this? We have the Hermit card again, and I think this is interesting because Virgo rising and Pisces rising has now got this. So unlike the Two of Wands, that's more kind of looking at, you know what I'm saying, the options you have. The Six of Swords, and I got the Eight of Wands as well. Things moving very quickly. The Hermit card is you moving so much more sure of yourself. It's like as you're gaining distance and you're away from the noise, people who are making certain ideas you had sound weird, it sounds like it's actually more wise. You know what I mean? You're doing things in the way you want to do them, and it's giving you more autonomy and freedom moving forward. So your wisdom is what's going to push you forward in light of like so much differing perspectives around you. And we also have the Emperor too. This is going to establish so much more authority as you, of course, shift your fortune and as you expand, you'll be, of course, locking it down so much more. All right, which is beautiful. All right. All right. That's everything. You guys are fucking awesome. Thank you for tuning in. We're gonna tune in tomorrow. All right. I didn't necessarily want to share this too soon because I wanted to share this. It's still not done yet, guys. But for those of you who want to already sign up and check out the app, you can do so right here, supernatural.passion.io. I'm going to spend the rest of June getting everything done. But yeah, certain series are done already. We'll talk more about it once it's done. All right, we'll talk more about it once it's done. But yeah, by the end of June, coming to July, everything will be more finished or close to. But yeah, if you want to check it out now and already subscribe, there's no rush, but go ahead. And I will see you guys next time.